Have you ever felt afraid of love? Not human love, but something deeper, divine love itself? You lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling. Your body is tired, but your mind refuses to rest. Work deadlines pile up like stones on your chest. At home, silence lingers between family members like an invisible wall. The achievements you once celebrated now taste like dust, leaving you hungry for something more. Life feels heavy, like carrying a backpack full of invisible stones. Thoughts recycle endlessly, piling up like emotional clutter in a locked room. Even joy arrives fragile, quick, fleeting, fading into shadows of worry. You have been told to fear God's wrath. But what if the real fear lies elsewhere? What if the greater terror is not his anger, but his love, so vast it dissolves everything you cling to? Bayazid Bastami once whispered, "When I sought God, I found only myself. When I sought myself, I found only God." What if fear of God's love is not punishment, but the burning away of illusions? And if so, are you ready to face it? Why do you fear divine love? Because true love asks you to let go of the small self. It demands surrender of ego, pride, and control. Imagine walking through a labyrinth where every path forces you to confront your attachments: money, reputation, desire. The deeper you go, the higher the walls become. Bastami once cried out, "Glory be to me." His words shocked his listeners. But this was not arrogance. It was the voice of a man whose ego had vanished, leaving only God speaking through him. Fear does not arise from God's wrath. It arises from surrender. Because when love burns away your illusions, who are you without them? Have you noticed how pain reveals who you truly are? Betrayal, failure, rejection. These moments cut deep, yet each wound is a mirror. Bastami taught that divine love uses pain to strip away false identities, revealing what is real beneath the surface. In loss, patience is born. In forgiveness, mercy awakens. In hardship, strength is revealed. Divine love reflects you back to yourself, until you realize that both beauty and wounds belong to the same divine will. And this is where fear appears, because the mirror does not lie, and many run from what it shows. What happens when you resist divine love? Life begins to wobble, like a wheel spinning without its center. Unstable, exhausting, close to collapse. Shams taught Rumi that surrender is not weakness, but harmony. Bastami lived this surrender so completely that he said he became drunk on God. His intoxication was not madness. It was the disappearance of self. A wheel spins smoothly only when it moves with its center. So does your life, when it turns with divine love. How do you find direction in chaos? Every joy and sorrow becomes a sign. Bastami taught that nothing enters your life by accident. Each moment arrives as instruction from the beloved, traffic that tests patience, insults that awaken forgiveness, unexpected gifts that stir gratitude. Through unveiling, hidden truths become visible. Step by step, through the path of inner wayfaring, the soul moves toward wholeness. Bastami lived through exile, misunderstanding, and hardship. Yet in darkness, he discovered closeness to God. He read suffering not as abandonment, but as intimacy. The fear is not that God has left you. The fear is that his love is revealing truths you are not ready to see. How does this touch your daily life? Workplace stress becomes a mirror, asking what strength is being awakened. Family conflict becomes an invitation to soften instead of harden. Envy becomes a reminder of gratitude. Fear of failure becomes a call to surrender. One seeker loses everything he owns and finds humility. Another is cast out and discovers resilience and closeness to God. Walking with divine love is simple. Begin the day in silence. Ask what truth hides in uncertainty. During the day, pause when praised or wounded. Ask what it reveals. At night, reflect. What softened you today? What spark appeared? Science now echoes what mystics like Bastami lived. Mindfulness reshapes the brain. Gratitude strengthens resilience. Calm presence spreads peace to others. These are not heavy rituals. They are small acts of awareness woven into ordinary hours. Fear of divine love fades when you realize love is not here to destroy you, but to make you real. What happens when you stop resisting? Awareness, surrender, reflection, and recognition merge into fire. This is the blaze Bastami spoke of, the fire that burns illusion but leaves the soul alive. One candle lights 1,000 others without losing its flame. Divine love works the same way, quietly transforming families, communities, and hearts. Fear dissolves when love is seen not as punishment, but purification. So why fear God's love? Imagine Bastami beside you, whispering, "Do not fear love. It is not a flame that burns you, but a fire that makes you real." One transformed soul awakens families. Families awaken communities. Communities awaken nations. But beware, when ego claims mastery, the flame turns to smoke. True seekers remain humble, silent, sincere. Gratitude reshapes the heart. Compassion spreads like light. Destiny becomes the hidden music of the soul. Love is the wine. You are the cup. Tonight, hold up one fear. Ask it quietly. What love hides here? And as you listen, you may discover that the fire you feared was the very light you were seeking.